and welcome to a review of the Bandai 1/12 scale plastic model kit of the First Order Stormtrooper Executioner. Yeah, this is one of the only. Bandai will also be releasing an updated version of Captain Phasma just to have that extra staff in it. So, yay! But if you already have the original one, there's not much point getting that one because the character sucks. He's like, "Hey, I'm a cool Stormtrooper captain. Oh, I got chucked into the trash can." And so on the side of the box tells you the exact size that you would get in this box. And down here it says, hey, different poses, different accessories, and different paint details you can add to it. You have a single sheet of paper that's really long, like fold out, and tells you how to build the Stormtrooper. And as you can see here, the instructions are very easy. Don't need to know any Japanese at all to build it. And the back of the instructions also tells you a basic paint guide and which colors to get. Here you might need some knowledge of Japanese, but for the most part they just tell you what sort of colors you need, and it also tells you where to apply the water slide decal or sticker sheet. Just like any other Bandai model kit, you have an option between the sticker sheet, which are quite decent and the edges don't show up too much. But of course, for the better results, you still want to stick to the water slide decals. And you see here, for the most part, I think I'm not going to use these because I prefer paint much better than these. But you can see there's a few of these pieces that really show up the detail, especially for the execution blade. You can see the little details there. That is probably worth using the water slide decals. New in this model kit, there's also a translation sheet in English, Korean, and Chinese saying, hey, if you're too dumb to understand the basic instructions, here's a translation. I kid, of course, this is probably quite useful for someone who's never built a model kit before, and this is the first time they're picking it up because it's literally a Star Wars action figure that's very cheap and very good in quality. Oops, that's the end of the review, spoiled. But yeah, so that's useful for first timers, I guess. To the figure itself, minor spoilers here, I guess, that's been reviewed by the instruction sheet. The First Order can only operate effectively with the absolute loyalty of its followers. Should any soldier be found guilty of treason, Finn, it is up to this special branch of Stormtrooper to dispense final justice. So the Stormtrooper Executioner is obviously going to be with Phasma hunting Finn. Fingers crossed they succeed. It's the Dark Chapter, right? The middle one. Someone has to die. It better not be Luke Skywalker, and it better be Finn, because his character really sucks and is completely pointless in the overall arc of these movies. So currently on my Stormtrooper, I have his right hand as the finger trigger or gun holding hand, and on his left hand a pair of relaxed open hands. But you also have those hands for the opposite side, so you have relaxed hand for the right and a gun holding hand for the left. So that's pretty cool. You got two holding hands. You also have a pair of fists that come with this figure, so that's pretty cool. You've got fists there. And you also have a pair of his sort of axe holding hands. So it's literally the fist hand, but just with a little hole inside so the stick can be pushed through. The other one is already attached to this electric axe. Closer look at that in a moment. And it comes with this blaster here with a few optional parts. Closer look at that in a moment as well. And he also gets two sort of electricity effects parts for the axe. And what I love most about these model kits is they always come with optional parts. If you get this and you don't have the regular Stormtrooper, he also comes with two white shoulder pads there, white sort of helmet piece and shoulder piece to convert him back into the regular Stormtrooper. Another thing about him is all of these pouches can be removed from the belt, so that's pretty awesome, as well as this backpack piece right there. And the current joint on the legs, I've used a rubber, so black rubberish grip, but if you don't like that and you want it to be more accurate to the movie, you can also swap in the sort of white plastic bit, which is slightly less grippy, but will look slightly more closer to the accuracy of the movie. Also have the blaster here. The ammo pack can be removed from the gun, as well as this sort of side pack here. I'm not really sure what that is, or some sort of just add-on. And the sort of gun pad thing can be removed. In fact, this one's a little bit loose, so it comes up a little bit too easily, and instead of that you can attach this small piece here to make it look more like your average sort of smaller blaster. So again, that's really cool. You can just do slight customization to the blaster. As for the axe, yep, the silver is a little bit off, a little bit too plasticky, so I intend to paint this. So there'll be a update video after I've added details and painted this later on. And these can open. They are open individually, so not connected to anything. When you're assembling this, do be careful and making sure you put the right pieces in, because if you swap these pieces around on the wrong side, it doesn't work. Like, you can't close it up, it doesn't fit. So make sure you put them the right way around. And the way this works is the hands don't open, but instead you take off the bottom peg right there, which just fell off, and you slide the hands off, or slide the hands on. Of the previous model kits, then the articulation is essentially going to be identical, because he's mostly the same figure, just with a few optional parts that turn him into the executioner. But if you don't, then here you go. You got a double ball neck joint there, so you can look down, look up, sideways, sideways just a little bit, and full rotation. You can also tilt his head just a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. And the shoulder wise, he's got that that peg, ball peg going on, as well as the hinge, so he can put his arms out like that if he wants to. Of course, it doesn't look too good on the back because you get this huge joint showing up. Shoulder pads are on a single hinge, just to get out of the way. Rotating upper arm, double elbow joint that can rotate, bend this much because the armor gets in the way. And hands on a simple peg that's plugged into a little ball socket. Ball joint upper torso, lower torso there, but due to the shape of the body, it doesn't really move that much. It's only a little bit of give. So yeah, you can look down, you can look up, sideways, sideways, ever so slightly, and full rotation. And legs can be pulled down just a little bit. Oop, that's been pulled off. That's not part of the articulation. Leg can pull down a little bit, and you can move it up, move it back, sideways. So this Stormtrooper can actually sit down for the most, almost. And double knee joint, and foot is on, you know, a double peg system. So you got quite a lot of movement going on with this guy. Oh, I do have some problem with him though. His like joint's a little bit loose. I'm gonna get some super glue or something just to tighten this up. And if you don't know how to do that, what you do is you drop a single drop of watery super glue into the ball joint hole socket, plug this head in, and then keep moving it at least for a minute to make sure it doesn't glue in place. So basically, what you're adding a thin layer of plastic to the joint to make it like tighter, give it more grip. So, yeah. At this scale, this is pretty much the best Stormtrooper execution that you can get for the price. The articulation is great, the overall look is pretty good. Let's think about it, Stormtroopers always look plasticky anyway, so the plastic is perfect. If you don't have any painting skills, you don't need to paint him. The black areas on the suit are also done in a very nice, little smooth matte finish. It looks really good. Again, you don't have to paint it if you don't want to. There's no glue required. Basically, the only accessory that you really need to build this, if you want to make sure that you get the joints just right, is a little clipper. But you don't even need that. You can snap the plastic out from the frames very easily. You just have little like extra plasticky bits all over the body if you don't do that. The build difficulty is very easy. Compared to other model kits, this is a breeze. It'll probably take you 1 hour if you build models before, and take you 2 hours if you're a newcomer to model kits. And when you compare this to the price of, say, Hasbro figures, especially in Hong Kong, now I understand the Hasbro figures are probably slightly cheaper back in the West where they're sold more than they are in Hong Kong, because we of course account like the shipping fees and all that. But in Hong Kong at least, these guys are cheaper, are way cheaper than the Hasbro figure. So even when you get them over there in the West, they're probably just about the same price as a Hasbro figure. And the articulation is better than the Hasbro figure, as well as much better hidden than a Hasbro figure. Hasbro figures, they have the little dots where the joints are, and it really ruins the design of the look. The plasticky look of this figure is also much better than the dull color of the Hasbro figures. Now obviously the one up to this will be the SH Figuarts, but that's really expensive. For one of the SH Figuarts, you probably can get 2.5 of these. And the bonus of this set is you can convert it back to a regular Stormtrooper, as well as having extra accessories compared to the Hasbro stuff, and the extra hands compared to the Hasbro stuff, as well as the extra blaster compared to the regular Hasbro stuff. So it's a win-win. This figure's just really good. And I am a little bit disappointed that the model line isn't doing that many figures for The Last Jedi. I think those red sort of Imperial Guards will be perfect for a model kit. I don't like their design, but they would be perfect for a model kit. Phew. So yes, if you want some Stormtrooper executioners at this scale, these model kits fit with the Hasbro line, so you get some main characters. You can definitely army build with these Stormtroopers, and I think the Executioner is one of the better designed Stormtroopers from the new movie. I don't like the red guard design, I don't care too much for the regular Stormtroopers, but something about that black shoulder pad and little black bit on the helmet makes these figures look really nice, as well as a really cool axe. I hope these troopers do something cool in The Last Jedi, and if not, then, well, I've been disappointed by The Force Awakens, so I'm ready to get disappointed again. Yeah, like I said, halfway through the video, I'm gonna do a painted update of this, just like all the other Star Wars model kits that I've had in the past. As always, if you like this video, found it useful, please consider clicking the like button, subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and of course share this video with other people who you think might want to pick up some extra Stormtroopers. I've also reviewed a bunch of other Star Wars SH Figuarts, one Black Series figure, as well as many other model kits, so you check those videos out well, as well as many other LEGO Star Wars sets that I've reviewed in the past. As always, take care, have a nice day, I'll see you guys soon. If you want to support this channel, please turn ad block off, I'd appreciate that so much. But if you don't want to do that, but still want to support this channel and be super awesome, you can head over to Patreon and give some support to this channel right there. As always, take care, have a nice day, I'll see you guys soon, and may the Force be with you. I really hope The Last Jedi doesn't suck. Please don't suck.